live? It seems as though we're live already.
We've been live.
Hello, and welcome back to Daddy's Bingo. Also known as Zaddy's Pingo if you spell Zaddy with an X and Pingo with a P.
That's how I spell it.
You can spell bingo with a P if you really want to.
If you really try, anything can be spelled with a P.
You're Gita Jackson.
I sure am.
And I have had a headache this entire year. That's why I'm wearing sunglasses. I've made many excuses for why I'm wearing sunglasses. My head has hurt for literally the entire year. So, whatever. I'm just gonna wear them now. I'm not gonna try to make an excuse for it. It's the end of the year.
It is, and I'm ready for it to end. I'm done. I'm good with it. I want your headache to be over.
Yeah.
I want to have a new year, to do new things. I want to turn 30, man.
Unfortunately, the end of the year does not necessarily mean the end of the headache, despite the headaches having lasted a year.
That should be illegal.
There's some
make
kind
a
of
law against that.
Some kind of a philosophical reason why we would believe that the two would, end at the same time.
That's what I believe.
I'm a real big fan of the way I started the video that I posted yesterday, which was, it's that time of the year again, the end of it, which I thought was a pretty good way to start a video.
I think so too.
So then I made another video about the end of the year, and I started it the exact same way.
Thank you.
So I made a second video, I considered just copy pasting the exact intro, but then I just recorded it again because it was only 2 seconds of work.
Good.
Maybe I'll go back
No.
and copy paste it from the other video just so it's
You should make a whole video
creepily
that's
consistent.
just copy pasted that phrase for 3 minutes.
It's that time of the year again, the end of it.
Yeah, I think you should do that.
So everybody's talking about the game of the year. However, it doesn't seem like everybody agrees what the game of the year
I
is.
would say almost no one really agrees on what the game of the year actually is.
We're like 2 minutes into this, and I'm sweating like a hog with a gun to its head. I'm already roasting.
God,
it's
it's super hot in here. But also I'm very nervous about talking about game of the year.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But mostly it's the heat.
Mostly it's these huge lights that are making us really hot.
Basically, I'm at an age, you're talking about you're turning 30 next year.
Next year.
I'm turning 40 next year. I'm at an age where I don't make mistakes. I repeat mistakes. So the question is, every morning, first question I ask myself, what's the second mistake gonna be? And right now, I made the same mistake that I made yesterday and that I made the day before, which is I came in this room wearing a goddarn coat. It is cold at my desk. It is not cold here.
It is not cold here.
The question is, am I going to take this coat off?
You have time. It's never too late.
I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
This coat makes my biceps look much larger. So
It's also so furry.
it's
Look at
very
that.
comfortable.
So furry.
It's I've had this coat 15 years. It is absolutely windproof. I've had Montreal winds raging at me, and they just do not get through this coat. It's
Have you
incredible.
worn that coat in Chicago?
Oh, I've worn it in Chicago.
Yeah, the whole Midwest area.
Quote
where it's
unquote
so
the Windy City. I've worn it
quote unquote.
quote. It's okay. It's not the Windy City's not the actual slogan of Chicago.
No, it's
Everybody
not. I
knows
think
that.
they say something else.
Yeah, they call it Big Boy Town.
That's what it's called, yeah.
So
The second city.
the second city is the actual name. Yeah, it's
How sad is that?
it's honest. At least they're not calling themselves best city in America or best country in the world or whatever.
They should. It's not though. You can't even get a breakfast sandwich, on a streetcar.
I'm gonna go to
in
Chicago Diner. It's a vegetarian
Chicago
restaurant.
Diner is really good.
I like Chicago Diner.
I like Chicago Diner a lot.
The name, will admit, a little bit presumptuous because they
More than one diner in Chicago.
they presume to stand for an entire metropolis with their cuisine.
But
They
you know what?
hoist themselves up as the sole
Wait,
representative.
do you
of
think that every
the
deli
eating
in New
experience.
York that's named New York's finest deli? It thinks that they are standing for all delis.
New York
in the
is
state of
on
New York?
is on a level tantamount to America itself, where they just love the whole talking about themselves thing
That is very
here.
true.
Just just every restaurant you walk by that's just like best pizza in New York. It's like comically funny the first time you experience the city as a tourist to see how many restaurants flaunt the best quote unquote in New York. And it's just like, as a person living here, there's a phase where it becomes kind of sad, where it's like, it's kind of weird how everything says it's the best quote unquote whatever in New York. And then now it's just like, it's come all the way around. It's kind of hilarious now. So it's comical. And that just kind of mushrooms out and fills every aspect of life in the city.
That is true.
So that's my New York review 2018.
What are people's review of video games in 2018, though?
People want to talk about the game of the year. It's the end of the year. Everyone's talking about the game of the year.
Yeah.
I just got to say, I want to do a shout out real quick for all the poor saps who released a game right at the end of the year, like Below.
Yeah, Gris. Gris, it's Gris because it's
Gris,
gray.
Gris, gray.
Yeah, gray.
I want to call it Gray.
That game, holy cow.
Yeah.
Beautiful game. Great puzzles. Great music.
Should have popped that one out back in January, because my personal game of the year on my video that I put up yesterday was Celeste. So that came out in January. And I remember,
time to think about it.
Yeah, at the end of the year, everybody's always like, oh, everybody forgets about the games from January. It's like, that's like an old holdover from like the Oscars, where people forget about the movies that came out in January, right?
Yeah.
People forgot about the movies that came out in January, maybe like before there was an internet. Then again, you get screeners, right?
Yeah, I get screeners.
Writers Guild screeners. They're DVDs, Blu-rays. They send you DVDs in the mail.
They started sending links
to digitals.
Via email.
Yeah. I've got this Warner Brothers app on my Apple TV that has their 1080p screeners, but they send out DVDs. Blu-rays have been around longer now than DVDs had been around when Blu-rays were introduced. I'm just doing this math off the top of my head. I got my first Blu-ray in 2005, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's 13 years. I got my first DVD in 1999. So there you go.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that they send us DVDs. I guess they're still just cheaper to produce.
I guess. I don't know. I just in just a moment of anger, I just like Googled like high-speed Blu-ray burner. You get one like $60. Like,
really?
I mean, they can set up a shop that's just printing these things out.
Smart amount. It's Hollywood. Got
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
resources.
You can. Who cares? Just send me some high-definition materials, Hollywood, because otherwise I'm just gonna keep going to the movies. I really wish that we could talk about movies, but we can't.
We got to talk about video games.
Because the paycheck is being dangled over my head, and I've been told I can only have the sweet, sweet money if I talk about video games on this show. I get a total of 5 minutes to talk about movies. We're gonna intersperse it. We should scroll down this. So I made a tweet today. Did you see this? I know you saw it because you retweeted it.
Yeah.
Hello. For today's season finale of Kotaku XP, starring me and Gita Jackson. I just read people's Twitter handles out loud as what I know their name is.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
Please reply to this tweet. What is your favorite game of 2018? Feel free to use one entire tweet to explain your choice in as many words as you can fit. Also, include a screenshot if you want. So,
Ellipsis.
like an hour after I tweeted this, I tweeted this and then immediately went to the dentist to get fitted for a crown. I immediately, like, I'm just sitting there having the dentist just drill in my mouth, and I'm like, I should have told people to tweet an image not of their game of the year that we then have to guess what their game of the year is based on their photo.
You know, that would have been fun, but we're not doing that now.
We can do that next time.
We'll do that next time.
We'll do that next time.
We'll do that next time.
And then I also then thought I should tell people they have to use exactly a full tweet, but whatever. Welcome
the
to.
one time I got fitted for a crown, I ended up in a place that had the crown making machine in the same building.
Oh yeah.
It was so tight. It's this tooth right here.
You got lens crafted.
Yeah, I went in there and I was like, broke my tooth. This is super embarrassing. I have a tooth. Like, what can I do? And it was like, we'll glue it back together and then come back in 2 days and we'll just do the whole thing. Like, it'll take the whole day, but don't worry about it. And I was like, oh.
That
wow.
rules.
It was like being in the future. It was incredible.
I got to go back January 4th to get this thing.
That's so annoying.
And it hurts. For the first time, I have a
does hurt.
tooth that hurts. It's like, it hurts now. So it's like every other crown I've gotten this year. Anyway, let's talk about the
Video
games of the year. we got, okay, so we're going to try to count these as we go through.
Okay.
So we can have like a loose tally. So right now we've got 1 vote for Dragon Quest XI.
A work of boundless craft, heart, joy, and generosity. That's a wonderful description for a game.
That's from my buddy Jack Fields. You know Jack Fields.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
No other description of a game makes me want to play a game more than that one. Boundless craft, heart, joy, and generosity. That sounds like a wonderful time.
I took 36 minutes to make a review that apparently did not convince you, but this guy did it, so, it's something to be said.
Sometimes brevity is the soul of wit, is what I think they say.
Brevity is the soul of recommending a video game, which is why the commercials, the Dragon Quest trailer that has like quotes from reviews, it just has like superb, excellent, and it's like you're attributing like one word to a guy. They didn't use any quotes from me.
They should have.
But my quotes were what? They were too weird.
Can we get Akira Toyama on the horn?
I said the game was like breathing French toast through an iron lung. No, wait, you don't breathe through an iron lung. It was like breathing French toast through a scuba tube.
There we go.
Right? It's like, imagine a planet where the atmosphere is French toast. Pillowy, buttery, syrupy, sweet. Right? Like that. Like, what's wrong with that? Square Enix.
I could say a couple of things about that quote, but let's move on.
So we got 1 vote for Dragon Quest. What do we got? Okay, so we got Jesse Fuchs, the friend of the show as well.
Hearthstone Still Adventures.
Everybody's a friend of the show. Yeah, Hearthstone, yeah.
Whizbang.
Yeah, Whizbang. It's got the fingerprints of Peter Whalen all over them, so that's good. I didn't play Whizbang, but Whizbang seems cool. And I gotta say, Hearthstone is just one of the best holistically designed, pieces of game design just in forever. And it's a beautiful thing. And I guess I didn't play all of the solo Hearthstones, but
they're fun.
The two I played were good.
They're a good way to learn the game too. It's nice when like those solo adventures actually go out of their way to challenge you to be better at the game.
Yeah.
And take those skills into the random, playing with randos thing. I haven't played Hearthstone in a moon's age.
So is it about a hearthstone, or is it about the tone of some hearths?
Yes.
Well, that's the end of that.
Anyway, moving on.
King Noobs
Banner
says
Saga
Banner Saga 3. Ooh. Well-written and gorgeous, well-written and satisfactory. We're noticing a trend now with 3 adjectives. So I should ask everyone for 3 adjectives because we've got...
I absolutely do that when I'm writing articles. Is I put 3 adjectives in a row. And
3
now
is,
I'm going to stop.
3 is good, but you know what the worst thing is?
What?
The ultimate sign of insincerity is when someone uses 2 adjectives that mean almost the same thing.
Yep.
Like a sturdy, well-crafted horse. Okay. A sturdy,
well-crafted horse.
A sturdy, well-crafted bicycle.
Often when I craft my horses, I make sure
a sturdy, well-crafted boat. Right? It's like you can just call it one of those, but just everyone from now on, when you use a comma, just be careful that you're not, separating 2 words that mean kind of the same thing. But this is 3 different things, so it's okay. It has a satisfactory emotional payoff to a years-long harrowing fantasy adventure. I played the first one, sort of a lot of it, and then I didn't finish it, and I didn't play the second one, and then I didn't play the third one, but I've always wanted to.
Yeah, same. I played some of the first one, and I really, really liked the combat, and I really liked how much it made me think about what I was doing and like how invested I got in the story and the characters. And I got so invested I didn't want to see anybody die, so I never finished it.
He said he played it on easy, which I guess is a way to get around that, not wanting to see people die.
Yeah.
And Banner Saga is different from something like Into the Breach, which personally I like better. In that, there's like a story, like a story that you really feel kind of precious about.
Very Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, there's a Fire Emblem coming to the Nintendo Switch next year.
I need it.
You know who's going to eat that? I'm going to eat that.
He's going to put it in his mouth, chew on it, spit it out.
And then throw up all over myself.
Yep.
So we got 1 vote for Smash. Thanks to my cousin, brother, and I have something to bond over.
That's a very sweet message.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, sweetie.
With your Smash Bros. Or should I say Smash be holidays?
Yeah.
Cousin, brother? Oh, wait, or just cousin? Cousin, brother, and I. No, you don't need it.
I know what he means.
I'm a big fan of not using commas in sentences like that. I actually do that all the time in my casual writing.
Also, sometimes you have cousins that are like a brother to you.
Yeah, cousin brothers. Heck yeah. So Smash Brothers, more like cousin brothers. This is 10 votes now for Celeste. That's a joke. Wait, how many votes is my vote worth? We'll figure that out at the end of the show. If it's so we got 1 vote for Celeste. This is good. I'll come to terms with who I am. That's the top of the mountain. That's kind of a spoiler. But the mountain has a top. I mean, come on, right?
You knew that the mountain had a top.
Yeah, everybody knows that. Another one is Celeste. And this one is kind of a spoiler because it has the level up when your character experiences an emotional breakthrough. She levels up. So there's like an actual part of the story. So, I mean,
I need to try to be better at Celeste. I'm just really not good at those tricky platformer games.
you just gotta let it go and let it. You can turn on that assist mode, but I didn't turn on the assist mode. If you know what I mean.
I'm just gonna turn on assist mode.
I didn't turn it on. You can turn it on and just like turn on one of the tweaks, so you have like unlimited stamina or whatever, and then that just makes it way too easy, in my opinion. The game is perfectly designed. So.
Tetris Effect, honestly, near perfect game design blended together with an amazing audiovisual experience. I got to buy that today.
So
I have to.
The deal, you're saying Tetris Effect is a near perfect game design? If Tetris is not a perfect game design, what is, buddy? Rad Villain, let me know when you're watching the show. I'm going to like your tweet to let you know that you have to reply. Just to let you know. And then Final Fantasy 14. Not allowed 2 games. Sorry. Yeah, your character looks great. But
we're counting this vote as for Tetris Effect.
This guy looks wild.
Yo, he looks awesome, though.
He looks
I love
like
his little sunglasses.
He looks like Guillermo del Toro's Dungeons and Dragons character.
He absolutely does.
Let's keep going. 428 should be a scramble. Oh, are you talking about the 428, whatever it's called, the game that came out 10 years ago in Japan and came out this year? You know, it came out 10 years ago in Japan to mark the 10th anniversary of the legendary game Machi. And 428, bizarrely, got a 40 out of 40 from Famitsu 10 years ago for the Nintendo Wii. Machi was voted like #1 best game of all time in like a Famitsu readers poll. I don't know if it was like a joke, you know, because there's a lot of jokesters who read video game publications. This game came out this year. Fantastic game. I didn't even think about it for my list because when I saw that it was being released this year, just didn't even really occur to me to play it again because I'd already played it in Japanese 10 years ago.
Fair enough.
Sorry, everybody. But that's one vote for 428. I wonder if we'll have any more. Minute?
Because life comes at you fast.
Very
the
fast.
Switch version is best because you can have a minute when you have a minute.
You can have a minute.
I just wanted to read that joke out loud.
You can play a minute when you have a minute. I don't know, using 2 words. Parallelism. Popular speech writing technique.
That's a very cute drawing also, John Harrison. Thank you.
Yeah, good work, John Harrison. This Tamagotchi duck-looking guy. Is that his initials, JH?
Yeah, I think so.
The H is sort of a star. That's fun.
That's really cute.
My signature has a Roman numeral 2 in it because I'm a junior. It's legal. Okay.
The club management minigame from Yakuza Kiwami 2.
Yakuza Kiwami.
Hearing that this is so good. Kiwami?
Kiwami.
I like it when I ignore your joke and then you laugh at it yourself.
Yeah, because I understand how to pronounce it correctly, so I enjoy messing.
I know.
Why not?
Got it. I got the joke.
Why not enjoy messing? And here's to you, buddy.
He's so handsome. Honestly, he's so good looking.
He's got to do something about this, though.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to do something about this little thing here, buddy.
In case you can only grow hair on that part of your chin, not worth it.
I'm going to call him Buddy Bro. That's what I call him.
99% of the time, not worth it.
Kiwami. So, Coin Child would say Yakuza 6 in a year that seemed focused on celebrating and analyzing the themes of masculinity, fatherhood, legacy, and sacrifice. Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War, Yakuza 6 presented a really different, more resonant worldview to me. However, I said, where's Majima? Yeah, where the heck was that guy?
Where's Majima?
They decided that a guy with an eye patch was too goofy for their serious story. Thumbs down, buddy.
Thumbs down.
So, 539 hertz. That's too many frames per second. My girlfriend and I, first of all, congratulations on having a girlfriend. I know that's why you put the word girlfriend as the second word in your sentence. Oh, sorry. That's a little bit of...
This is 2 votes for Dragon Quest?
This would be 2 votes for Dragon Quest. She's playing 7 and I'm playing 11. Sounds like you're both playing a really good video game that's one of the best video games of all time. So, good work.
So this next one is a tweet from Tim, not this Tim, but Daddy's Bingo is not a game.
Daddy's Bingo? Welcome to Daddy's Bingo. Okay. Oh
my god. Yakuza 6.
Oh, is this Purikura?
Yeah.
It's Purikura Yakuza.
I've always wanted to go to Purikura booth, but I can't find one.
Oh, there's got to be one around here.
There has to be one in New York.
Let's go chill down at one.
That would be great.
So if you want to know what I think about this, is the Purikura is good. You notice how it's like made his face smaller and moved his nose, up a little bit. And, it does all this little nip and tuck kind of stuff. Got to do something about this.
Yeah.
A real Pooty Cooter would have
just like
would have blasted that.
Smoothed it all out.
Would have turned that into
You get
into
close
porcelain.
with those beautifying apps for Instagram and stuff, but it's not a real Pooty Cooter experience.
Yeah, exactly. Snow? You ever use Snow?
I haven't used Snow, no.
You got to use Snow.
I'll check it out.
It's the famous one.
Hell yeah.
It's from Korea.
Whoa.
Dead Cells.
I keep meaning to play that one because I loved for the first time I got Metroidvanias when I played SteamWorld Dig 2. And I was like, I got to play the ones that people say are good now. So I downloaded it, and it's ready to go on my Switch, but there's other games I want to play.
Dead Cells is cool. On the Switch, it does not run at a perfect Sweet 60, which is
Too bad.
that's me being a jerk. I need that Sweet 60. I got it on my PC as well. So
Into the Breach.
so we got Dead Cells. We got one for Into the Breach.
And Kevin Purdy.
Kevin Purdy. He's verified, so his vote counts for 10.
From Wirecutter.
That's not,
all right.
that's not.
That's
Your
not
vote
true.
doesn't count for 10. Wirecutter, though. You know what? Would you say, Kevin Purdy, that is the Wirecutter's video game of the year?
Let us know.
I wish I worked at the Wirecutter. I don't want to. I mean, I like working here, but the Wirecutter would be pretty fun to work at, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Review TVs all day.
Yeah.
A lot easier than what I do, but you know what? That's boring. I like
You like doing
obsessively
hard stuff.
analyzing video
Yeah.
games. I'm gonna make a video about Kingdom Hearts next year.
Please do. Can you
I'm also.
explain
What's this? Is this Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe?
Is it?
You probably don't have that at the Wirecutter, dude. This comes out in January. I got it today. I brought it in this room just to hold it up.
And we got a very, very detailed
So-
embargo list. So
Yeah. I'm allowed to show the package.
that's good. I wasn't for Pokemon.
Yeah, we're allowed to show the package. We're not allowed to show the inside of the package, but the outside, why not? Into the Breach, love it.
That
100%
game is good as heck.
instead of
Even
reading 3 books.
better on Switch. For some reason, having the screen closer to my face just makes me better at the game.
I actually like turning the text size up on the Switch
I should try that.
and then playing it like in the TV text mode. Really good game. Game's a nightmare. I love it.
Is a perfect game if you love the spirit of l'esprit d'escalier.
So, yeah.
Spirit of the escalator. If you
yeah, the
love
old-
that sensation.
I could have done so much more.
Yeah.
You want to feel like
really
Liam
just-
Neeson at the end of Schindler's List?
Yeah.
Could have done so much more.
That's exactly how I feel
Yeah.
when I play Into the Breach, is like Liam Neeson at the end of Schindler's List.
You gotta love Liam Neeson. No, you don't have to. And then if someone says that's impressive, does that count as an extra vote? We're gonna go ahead and say no.
No. Monster Hunter World had their
That
own
would be
soundtrack.
Monster Hunter World, but I'd rather nominate the 2008 game that came out a full 10 years later, 428.
Then 2 votes for 428.
That's 2 votes. And this beautiful creature is about as surprised as we are. So,
That beautiful creature is my best friend.
what would you call this creature if you had to give it a name with a gun to your head? You had to name it. What's
Cat.
the name? Cat.
Just cat.
Spelled with 2 C's and 4 T's.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the.
Hmm.
If only you would have just voted. You would have been able to add an extra vote. You would have been
Okay.
able to add
So now the most we've gotten is 2 for Dragon Quest and 2 for 428.
So someone is saying, I had my first big long distance this year, 900 miles from my simple organizer
Yeah.
for 4
My
months.
semiotics officer.
A semiotics officer. My best friend moved 1,300 miles away. All 3 of us played Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and completed the Pokedex. It was our first time completing a Pokemon game. That's good. We're going to go ahead and just say that's a vote for just Pokemon in general. So any
Yeah.
Pokemon games we're going to get banked together. So we have 1 vote for Pokemons.
Mm-hmm.
The experience of 3 confused mid-20-somethings all living in separate towns without friends while trying to figure out how to feed ourselves and fix our broken teeth, yet still making time to coordinate trading and catching 400 childhood pocket monstrosities. I see you watched my video. Is a 2018 GOTY moment. I would say that counts.
I really relate to that.
I made a video just yesterday that's just basically me talking about my 20s for a half an hour. So,
I should watch that shit.
and you alternate in your late 20s. You start to think that your 20s are trash, and that everything you did in your mid 20s and early 20s was complete trash. And then in your early 30s, you think, oh man, my 20s were such trash. I wasted so much time. But then in your late 30s, you start telling stories about your early and mid 20s, and they're funny. So
Yeah, I'm definitely in my 20s
So,
for trash.
Yeah. See,
moment,
that's
so-
where you are.
Absolutely. I just look back at the things
It's
I did
hilarious.
when I was like 21, 22, and I'm like,
I-
why did I do any of this stuff?
Now I talk about being 25 years old and living or 24 years old and living in like an extra bedroom in a house with like a paper curtain on the wall, like above a super highway in North Tokyo with my friend, and we're just drinking grape soda out of rice bowls because we didn't have any glasses, and the grape soda's just terrible, but it was only 80 yen at the discount supermarket, and we had no food, and we had like a 100 yen frying pan. It was a horrible existence, but there's so many funny things. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of funny things that happen in your mid-20s that you can then think is funny later.
At the time, they seemed horrible, and then now they seem horrible also, but in a different way than I thought. But I can see, like, when I'm in my late 30s, just being like, remember that time I did all that dumb stuff?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The silly things that were important to me.
Like
when you're less emotionally invested in that stuff.
Like a guy, I was playing guitar in a band, and a guy on the stage, like we were playing, the band was on the floor, and this guy just like punched me like so hard in the mouth, and I kicked him in the balls like instantly, and he threw up all over me. And it was so gross having vomit all over me.
That sounds horrible.
And then I had blood all over my face.
That's a 1-2
And
punch.
then my face touched the microphone, and I got like so shocked from like all the blood and moisture on my face and sweat. That was like one of the worst feelings I ever felt in my life, but it's so funny.
It's really funny.
It's like a YouTube video in my head.
Like that's a scene from a movie. Like
That's my 2004 GOTY moment.
hell yeah.
Anyway,
Astrobot.
So it was a very nice story.
It was.
This looks like a Russian bot name,
Hi,
but
my
I feel
name
like
isn't Garth. Okay.
but this person is following me, so they must be real.
Yeah.
Alex Fulton says, Astrobot rescue mission, the VR immersion of which plastered a childlike grin of joy on my face like I have not experienced since I first laid eyes on Super Mario 64. Looking around inside Astrobot was like moving Mario around in 3D for the first time. Now I cannot wait for Super Mario Bros. VR. Super Mario Bros. VR would be cool if Nintendo got that stuff together. I'm going to tell you what. I played Astrobot. Everyone's putting it on their GOTY list. I think VR is cool. I'm ready to strap something to my head and lock the door, you know? Like,
You know what I mean?
if you know what I mean. Lock the door and so that I can drive my Toyota Supra around, you know, a tropical island or whatever. I'm ready for that. I played a little bit of that Astrobot, and I was like, if this was on a TV, would it be any good at all? And I answered myself very honestly, and the answer was no. So.
I mean, I think that's a good sign that there are games now being specifically made for the VR format.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I was like, if you converted this into a game that can be played on a TV, would it be any good? And I was like, no. If it was just a Mario game on a Nintendo console, we would be like, Nintendo's done it again. There's this game, Super Lucky's Tale, that I played on the Xbox One. Man. I was like, what's wrong with this game? I mean, I enjoyed it, but I was like, what's wrong with it? And then I realized, my friend told me, oh, that was actually an Oculus game. And I was like, oh. I feel like when Astrobot inevitably shows up as a game you can just play with a controller on a TV, someone else is going to have a similar one.
I can't wait until we have a word for that phenomenon.
Yeah, I don't know what it
excited.
is. So whichever game this image is from, is that StarCraft 2?
It is StarCraft 2.
The Brood War? That's not StarCraft 2. Who is this? Who's this gentleman fellow?
I can't tell because they're wearing a hat and sunglasses. I assume
He's very cool.
And I assume he's very cool, honestly.
He's wearing a ranch jacket. I noticed that's popular among the
they're
youth
comfy.
these days.
They're comfy. You know what?
I used to have one in my mid-20s.
Yeah. It feels very Indiana.
Yeah. Well, I had it in Tokyo, Japan.
Wow. Aren't you cool?
Ooh, Red Dead Redemption 2. Almost entirely for the writing and emotional responses it got out of me. In 2018, I moved to the rural country, began working in hospice. And experienced the loss of a pet and family. My first playthrough felt extremely personal, and overall the themes really hit home. I like both of those. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 sure is real well written. I put it at number 6 on my list. I don't know if you saw my list. It's okay if you didn't.
I didn't yet.
Everybody's
watch
busy.
it.
It's that time of the year again, the end of it. So of course It's okay.
I was writing my
People-
own top 10 list, which is in no
Yeah.
particular order, and it's mostly just a list of games I remembered that I played.
So I logged on to Kotaku.com today, and there was a little notification in my Kinja. Is it called Kinja?
Yeah.
I know what it's called. My Ninja. And it said,
The streamer Ninja came up to you at your desk and told you
he
this.
told me about this. There was a comment that was like, it was in the gray, of course. And this person was like, oh, I see how it is. You're just going to put the greatest video game of the last 10 years at number 6 on your list. And I was like, yeah, man. I do this immediately after writing. Like, I made this video after writing my list of best games of 2008, where Grand Theft Auto 4 was number 1. And people said the same things about Grand Theft Auto 4 that they're saying about Red Dead Redemption 2. Time marches on, dude, in the comments. And Time isn't going to like Red Dead Redemption 2 as much as we like it right now. Love the writing. Best dialogue probably ever in a video game.
I think, like Bioshock Infinite, the patina will just wear off, and people will be more interested in the problems with it than they are with its successes.
And it's
as
great, though.
often happens with massively popular works like this.
So do we got another Drag Quest?
That's 3?
Dorakue? Dragon Quest 11. I was an Enix hater since they merged with Squaresoft, only because, in my ignorance, thought it was their fault. Squaresoft stopped making awesome games like our guys. FF Tactics, Bushido Blade. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of weirdness around the time that they merged.
Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest 11?
Yeah.
I love it, but if you watch my review and you really feel like you want to play it, I think my review is the nice sort of a gateway to
Okay,
it.
I'll watch it then.
But if it's not, like, if you don't really feel it, I tried to be honest about it.
I really
so.
like JRPGs, to be perfectly honest.
It's
So
a really
I haven't
chill
played a
one.
good in
A lot of
long
people
time.
hate that music in it because it's MIDI music. How many votes is this for Dragon
I like
Quest?
MIDI music.
Is this 3 or 4?
This is 3.
Okay. I was trying to inflate it
The next
artificially.
one I can obviously see what it's for, so it'll be another 3
Celeste?
for Celeste.
3
and
for
then
Celeste?
2 for 428.
Love the animation, love the story, love the music, love the dialogue, love the jumping, love the wall drift climb. Felt like Sonic 2. Yeah, it kind of had...
The wall drift climb is really cool, I will say.
I love Celeste. I love the music in Celeste. I just want to say that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, because I feel like I
How to
didn't mention
say
that.
the tactile response of how it feels to do the wall drift and climb.
Oh, yeah.
It feels really, really good. And
It's-
that's a hard thing to get right, so that even though you cannot physically feel yourself drifting down the wall,
Oh, yeah.
you know innately how it will enact, in
It's,
the world.
It's got a viscerality to it. It's like really just kind of gripping the mane of a good fast horse.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
when
yeah.
when your saddle rotted off
Yeah.
during the night,
Been there.
during a long ride.
We've all been there.
Back to the early 20s there.
Yeah.
A little late to the party, but Botwa is my game of the year. Never played it in 2017. Sorry, I have to strike that. I'm sorry. That can't count. I see where you're coming from, but just because one guy put Hollow Knight on his list, that's me. I put Hollow Knight on my list. Doesn't mean we can. I'm not going to allow
This is
Breath of the Wild.
like a contentious real life debate about
Yeah.
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight
But
came
anyway.
out. So Hollow Knight came out on the Switch this year, and they added a significant expansion. I don't know. I think it's okay to say it came out
We
this year.
definitely have a Trello card
I
from
played it in-
last year that just reads,
Don't sleep on Hollow
Hollow
Knight."
Knight, you monsters.
Yeah, I feel like that Trello card existed before I worked here.
I think so, yeah.
I had played the game before I worked here, so I wonder if
I'm sure it's going to end up on our list this year.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
why
sure
not?
it
It should. It should.
I think it should. So many people on the staff like it. Anyway,
My brain says Return of the Obra Dinn. My heart says Celeste.
so now Celeste takes over Dragon Quest.
Wait, but which one? Which wins, brain or heart? I'd also like to shout out Full
I think
Metal
the heart
Furies.
always wins.
The heart always wins.
Listen to your heart.
Yeah, we're gonna say it's Celeste then.
Yeah.
So how many is that for Celeste?
4.
4? Whatever it was is going to be irrelevant now that Smash Ultimate came out. No, you can't allow yourself to fall into that I forget everything that came out in January because it's awards season mentality. Brenton Ward, come on.
Come on.
But Smash Ultimate, was that 2?
That's 2 for Smash.
2 for Smash. Red Dead
2 for
Redemption is
Red
my
Dead
GOTY.
Redemption.
That's 2.
Yeah.
An excuse to shoot dudes in a 60-hour wasted life simulator that subconsciously trained me to reflect on my own life and choices and was the most personal time I've had with art.
You should read Blood Meridian, buddy.
Yeah, Blood Meridian's good. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 has some good storytelling and dialogue, but it's not,
I mean, there's just a whole world of literature and movies about the exact things that Red Dead Redemption 2 are addressing in its themes. And if you like Red Dead Redemption 2, not trying to take away from your experience.
It's an excellent gateway.
But like, get into it. Get into it.
Yeah,
you know?
just hunker down and bonker up.
Specifically when you get to that first meeting with the judge in Blood Meridian, for me, that was like one of those literary experiences where I had to close the book and put it down for a couple of minutes.
That guy's wild.
Man, that story he tells is
He's a wild
out
man.
of control. It's really great.
They should never make a movie of Blood Meridian.
Absolutely never, ever, ever.
And if they did, it would have to be the Coen brothers. But also...
They would never do it because they could never do it justice.
Their film, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs...
How'd you like it?
...on Netflix is an incredible work of art. It's a masterpiece.
Okay, I'll watch it.
And
then.
it contains a bunch of stuff from the book No Country for Old Men somehow is in there. Not the movie No Country for Old Men, which the Coen brothers made. It contains some dialogues from the book, 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken. 2 of them that were not in the movie, but were in the book, are in this film. And it's more of a, if there were ever to be a Blood Meridian film, it would have to be like that movie.
Yeah.
So you should watch it.
I would like something Blood Meridian flavored more than the Blood Meridian adaptation.
I would say this Buster Scruggs is the dialogue is incredibly good. Incredibly well-written dialogue.
I'm a sucker for that.
It's got nothing on the dialogue in Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch, which I'll be playing tonight.
All right, this is...
In the dark.
2
Dead Cells. 2 for Dead Cells. I love this, the food options in the game. Carnivore, Castlevania-esque. You find roast beef in the wall, or roast chickens, vegetarian, fruitarian, monster.
That's really cool.
I haven't tried the monster. I put it on fruitarian because I think that's funny because it reminds me of Bangayo and God Hand. So I'm on the fruitarian.
That's awesome.
Miss Pac-Man, Bangayo, God Hand, some good fruit games. Love game fruit. Celeste, strawberries, love game fruit.
All right, nobody tell Jason this person likes Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the game you played most, and that's beautiful. We're going to say that's a vote for Xenoblade 2, Torn of the Golden Country, the expansion.
Let's say that, yeah.
It's Smash Bros, and I'm so sorry.
Okay,
That's 3 for Smash Bros.
This is my friend Dylan Roth of the band Hell Yeah Babies, friend of the show, Hell Yeah Babies.
Friend of the show?
Dylan Roth, it's okay, I forgive you.
Don't be a friend of the show. No, be a Smash Bro of the show.
But that's 3.
That's 3 for Smash Bros.
4 for Dragon Quest.
4 for Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest XI makes it clear that there's still timeless potential for a genre that's traveled further and further from its origins without the need for all of those new quirks. It's a big old love letter to the genre of games that I grew up on.
Really makes me want to play it.
Look at this beautiful picture of a tree. See the tree.
It's so pretty. I love Akira Toriyama's art, too.
See the child is what I would say of this picture.
If someone can make a fan art of me in the style of Tim's current Twitter avatar.
Are you joking my eyes out? That's my buddy Brent Porter. He'll do it for you.
Hell yeah, Brent Porter. Please hit me up.
Yeah. He's Touchdown Porter on Twitter. He'll do anybody's avatar. He's done a bunch.
Yeah, you should check out Brent Porter.
Yeah, Touchdown Porter. You. I will. Touchdown Porter's going to be watching this probably. So yeah, but I'll tell him before he watches
your mouth
it.
hole.
I'll warn him. I'll warn him what's coming because you can't stop what's coming.
You can't.
That's a quote from No Country for Old Men.
I know.
You can't stop it. This country's hard on people.
All right, there's one more tough decision: Octopath or Dragon Quest 11.
Octopath or Dragon Quest. Let's not forget the incredible game of the lovable characters.
Okay, so
I'll go with Octopath Traveler. Okay.
Octopath Traveler. Okay,
a little bit of a debate.
1 for Octopath Traveler.
That's 1 for Octopath. We're gonna need 7 more for the win.
So Celeste is 5 for Celeste.
5 for Celeste. Holy shnikes! I was so happy with Celeste.
This game really meant a lot to people, including Kotaku's own Heather Alexandra.
275 deaths in the B-side.
Wow.
If this is all in my head, why is it so hostile? Yeah.
Ooh, we're hoo-hoo.
Yeah, that's the nature of a head.
We already saw this guy, didn't we?
Yeah, what? Why is this one coming in here twice? So how many for Celeste is that? 5?
That's 5.
Okay, 5 for Celeste, 4 for Dragon Quest?
I probably got the count wrong. Please don't at me, though.
No, the whole point is if we get it wrong, we have to live with it.
We just have to live with it.
Cinco Paus came out on iOS last year. It's Michael Burrow's new game.
Oh, cool.
Technically a 2017 game. We got a PC release this year. It's good. I would go ahead and say we have 1 vote for that. Try to bank that one. Hyper Light Drifter came out on the Switch this year.
Yeah, little known game, Hyper Light Drifter.
Okay, so Hollow Knight came out on PC last year, and then it came out on everything else this year.
Yeah.
Hyper Light Drifter came out on everything like 2 years ago, and then Switch this year. I'm going to have to strike it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Your count is for nothing now.
I love Celeste like a lot, but since it's already getting almost all the attention it deserves.
You forfeited your vote.
No? Like, seriously? Is it getting all the attention? Where was it on Polygon's list? It was like number 5? Come on. Celeste needs to be number 1.
I'm really being convinced that Celeste is like a landmark game by reading how it affected people emotionally.
10 years from now, people are going to still be talking about it. They'll still be talking about Red Dead Redemption 2 as well, but
for
not the same way.
reasons.
Yeah. But yeah, I would love to say that we should count this guy's vote for Celeste, but
No,
we can't.
5 Celeste.
We can't do it.
Heaven Will Be Mine.
Heaven Will Be Mine owns.
It does own. It really does. I really liked We Know the Devil as well. I really like that team.
Yeah, We Know the Devil's it's a hot piece of work. HPOW.
Astrobot.
Astro Boy.
Astro Boy.
Oh, that's a typo. That says Moops. That's a Seinfeld reference. We can't count this.
We're gonna count it though.
We're gonna count it. It's Astrobot. That's 2 for Astrobot. Made me love VR. Wish I loved VR. Broforce for the Swintendo. No. Broforce came out on everything like 3 years ago. Like we can't count it. I'm sorry. That's another vote for Dragon Quest.
Yeah, so the difference between Broforce and Hollow Knight is that Hollow Knight really had limited accessibility until this year when it came out on everything.
On everything. It just blew up.
Yeah, if these
only.
games came out, initially had a burst where multiple different people on multiple different systems could play it.
If only those Hollow Knight buddies would have just waited till January to release their game on PC of this year. If they would have just waited 11 months, we wouldn't have had this problem. A Way Out. Love it.
I like that game a lot. I like that game a lot.
Yeah, A Way Out is great. I put it very high up on my list. I put it above Red Dead Redemption 2. I put it at number 5.
Whoa,
Red Dead Redemption 2 at number 6.
People mad?
That was the point of doing that. Yeah, but A Way Out also is more significant and the kind of game I want more of.
Honestly, the way that gameplay serves the story in that game is really, really smart. That
it's
button
like
prompt
this.
To, having the R2 consistently be grab your buddy.
Yeah, buddy grab.
Really becomes a very they found a way to make pressing a button really intensely emotional for me.
So we got Swarm here. I've known Swarm for a long time over the internet. I see this name drop of Kane and Lynch Dog Days. Heck yeah, buddy.
I heard that game was actually all right.
Kane and Lynch Dog Days is a masterpiece that people will like eventually. Maybe they don't like it now. It is a truly landmark piece of work, and not enough people care right now, but they will.
Someone point me to a critical Let's Play of Kane and Lynch Dog Days.
I'm thinking of making one this year, so there's always that.
Someone give Tim a lot of money for him to do that for me personally.
My buddy Michael Kerwin is really good at the game. Kerwin, can you capture a full playthrough of the game at 60 FPS, and then I'll chop it up and make a video? Because that would be easier, because he's really good at shooters.
Cool.
And also, it's a cool one. 60 FPS, we need that. But also, I think they're kind of similar, because it's about 2 guys. There's a straight man and a weird man. It's not thematic. It's thematically a tiny bit similar, but in tone, quite different. But I love it. I love it a lot. So, A Way Out is great. It's just dudes being dudes.
It's another vote for Smash Bros. That's 3
That's
for Smash
3.
Bros.
Sorry, DQ11. Sorry, Octopath. Sorry, Xenoblade. Don't apologize to Dragon Quest. You vote for Dragon Quest. You don't apologize for it. DKC Tropical Freeze on the Nintendo Switch.
I have to admit, when I was glancing at that and not really looking at it, it looked like it said Tropical Dick Freeze.
Oh, yeah. I almost had a joke for that, and I was like, oh, man, if I say this joke unformed, it's going to just be weird.
Come back later and then dub it in.
So, yeah, I'll put something on the screen.
Just move your mouth a lot right now. And then
so, Broadster here says DKC2 on SNES is my favorite game of all time. Tropical Freeze is right up there with it. If you saw my video review that I did for Kotaku.com of the Switch version, I actually said it's better. I honestly think it's better.
Wow.
So, it's criminally underrated, perhaps, by video gamers at large. But not me, cowboy. Splatoon 2 Octo expansion or Iconoclasts.
So hard. Octo expansion is so hard.
Octo expansion is actually cartoonishly too hard, and I think it's funny.
Yeah.
I really wish you would have just said Iconoclast, but then this person goes on to mention Splatoon 2 multiple times. So.
Okay.
So I guess it is Splatoon. God of War barely above Celeste. Don't disrespect Celeste by mentioning it as your runner-up. Just don't mention it at all. Come on, guy. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay. God of War. Is this our first vote for God of War?
It's our first vote for God of War. Someone will inevitably correct me, so I've just learned to accept it. But
and is this our 5th vote for Dragon Quest?
Yes.
First game in a long time that didn't lose flavor. Okay. Depression has made it hard to enjoy playing video games. Dragon Quest 11 is always fun and really helped me through a slump. Dragon Quest 11 it's like Dragon Quest games, so there's never anything impossible in a Dragon Quest game. You can always just put a little bit more time into it. There's you can accomplish something every time you turn it on.
That's so nice.
Even if you're only spending 15 minutes or 20 minutes, you can always accomplish something, which is the model they build all these big, addictive Destiny-like MMO-ish games around now, which is you can get something done in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. But in Dragon Quest, it feels more honest because it's an offline game that you can just turn on, and it's just for you.
That's very sweet. Okay, now I'm definitely going to play it.
428 Shibuya Scramble again.
3 for 428 Shibuya Scramble?
Oh my God. Oh man, I feel like I should have. I feel like I should have made a video of this game because I saw it and I was like, I know that game. And then I was like, I could have done a video. So that's 3.
Yeah, that's 3. I think.
Surprisingly pretty good. If anyone's watching, if you can keep track and then let us know, that would be nice.
Yeah, because I'm just doing
let
this
us-
in
let
my
us know if
head,
we're
and
wrong.
I have the dyslexia, but for numbers,
I'm
straight
gonna.
up.
I'll say in the
That's a
post
real-
on Kotaku, we should say
Yeah,
somebody count for us.
yeah. That's a real learning disability, by the way, and it's super annoying.
Opuna is the greatest game of 2018, even though it came out in 2007 because they released a sticker set online which features this handsome son of a gun. Dadina, his father, is Opuna's father. Yeah, that's Opuna. Opuna was also in Warriors All-Stars
That's
last
a really
year.
cute sticker.
But I'm going to have to invalidate your claim. Love the sticker, though.
I wish that line
I
was
love
more
Line.
popular in the U.S.
Have you ever been to the Line store in Times Square?
No.
Oh, man, it owns.
Oh, I gotta go.
I mean, Times Square, if you're ever accidentally up there.
Yo, that's 6
If you
months
ever-
left.
For example, if you ever fall out of an airplane,
Mhm.
like maybe it's landing and you're too eager to get out and you accidentally fall out and you happen to land in Times Square, that's the only acceptable reason to go
I
to
think
Times
so,
Square.
yeah.
That's another. This is how many for Celeste?
6.
Is it 6 or 7?
It's 6. I'm pretty sure it's 6.
Okay, we're gonna say 6.
Yeah.
It's
People said Celeste, but as a runner-up.
it's better than Monopoly.
I
You know
mean,
what?
A lot of games are better than Monopoly.
Monopoly kind of sucks.
Monopoly really sucks. Monopoly is a bad game.
Donut County. You know what I like about Donut County is it makes me think donuts are good.
I really want to eat a donut now.
More games should feature raccoon protagonists. This is 1 for Donut County. If Hollow Knight counts as people's favorite game of 2018, the Dragon Quest Builders Switch is mine.
Do we count this one?
He's actually invoking Hollow Knight here.
But okay, Hollow Knight initially came out, was it just PS4? Or was it PS4 and other
No, it was just PC
It was
for
just
Hollow Knight.
PC. But
For Dragon Quest Builders was just PS4, yeah.
Okay. Would the
But that
Switch make it
counts.
more accessible?
I think you can't count it. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Striking it.
I mean, I'm going to have Dragon Quest Builders 2 tomorrow on my Nintendo Switch. So, just in time to dethrone this puppy. Yeah, that's Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch. It's mine. And you can't have it.
You can't.
Find
You'd
out
get in a
why
lot of trouble.
tonight.
The choice is easy. I only played one new game this year, and it was Deltarune.
I can't count Deltarune. I did not put it on my list because it's just a demo.
It's just a demo.
I mean, it's a great demo. It's one of the best demos, but might as
This
well
is a
count
very
Undertale because it
nice
came out on Switch.
vote. It's a very nice vote.
Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah, because that's how I first
Well,
experienced
we can actually say that Deltarune does count. Your vote counts.
Okay.
I'm just saying I can't vote for it. That's why it wasn't on my list. Dragon Quest 11 because that's how I first experienced Tim Rogers. Also, the game was good. I guess. You guess? You punk. You better guess again.
How many Dragon Quest was that now? 5? It's 1 behind Celeste.
I think Celeste is 7 and Dragon Quest is 6.
Okay, we'll just say
I'm gonna
that.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. Okay. Jamie Hendricks, friend of the show. I mean, everybody's a friend of the show. You're a friend of the show, Jamie Hendricks. Believe it or not. I'm sorry. I'm sad I wasn't comment number 108. I think she was number 109. This year I played almost every Kingdom Hearts game leading up to January's release. So many 2018 hits in your backlog. Every Kingdom Hearts game in 1 year That's wild.
Can you write a blog about that, please? I'm very curious about how your brain's
You know
doing
what?
right now.
You might as well. You might as well just say Kingdom Hearts 3 is your game of the year, because we've had so many people say 2017 games. You might as well say a 2019 game is your 2018 game of the year. Just so you can feel cool.
This Taiko drum game looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, Taiko no Tatsujin for the Taiko controls on the Switch is your game of the year. Did you play it in portable mode with the drum, with the drum, which is much larger than the screen? Because that would be good.
Please.
That would be really good.
Please follow up on this.
Also, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out January 29th, and that's like Celeste came out on January 25th, and people are still mentioning it. So in other words, people won't mention Kingdom Hearts 3 as their game of the year because who would do that next year, right? I just owned Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna play it.
Can you tell me the plot of Kingdom Hearts?
No. Nobody can. That's like asking me, can you eat a hamburger when you're dead? That's like the same question as that. That's basically what explaining the plot of Kingdom Hearts is.
Here's the one thing that is really amazing to me about video game culture is black people love Kingdom Hearts with a ferocity that is unexplainable to me.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
I've always thought those games looked incredibly corny, but black people love Kingdom Hearts.
Blog post about Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yeah.
It's similar to that. Kingdom Hearts and Dragon Ball Z are peas in a pod, except they're video games.
I guess if you have one game console and you have to get a game that you and your younger brother can play, you're gonna get the one with Mickey Mouse in it because you assume, it won't scar him too much. But apparently that's not true.
And then it just gets messed up, man. Kingdom Hearts, it goes just oh my god, it's suddenly, its shoes turn into rollerblades, and it just rolls off the edge of the earth at the speed of sound.
Is there an exact moment where you're you are looking at the edge and just someone pushes you off and
No.
then you're in Crazy Town?
No, it's much psychologically worse than that.
Okay.
It's
Can you just do a video? Can we do a video where you just explain Kingdom Hearts to me?
We wanted to do a video where Alex Jaffe comes up with 100 trivia questions and quizzes us.
Okay.
But we have to study Wikipedia in order to know what the questions are.
I would absolutely do this.
And then we see which one of us wins.
I would do this.
Or we team. I think teaming up and trying to see what our score would be. I think that would be funny.
I think that would be fun. Okay, anyway.
Okay, Jin Chan says Spider-Man. Is that our first vote for Spider-Man?
It is our first vote for Spider-Man.
Heck yeah, Spider-Man. You know what movie's good is that Into the Spider-Verse.
I hear it's amazing. I gotta go see it.
I'm gonna see it again later.
Let me know.
Yeah.
I'll go see it.
I would go see it.
Unless I'm in my parents' house.
Yeah, maybe if it's still playing after the new year.
I'm sure it
Which
will
very
be.
well could be.
The children want to see it.
The children. The beautiful, tiny children.
They want to see Miles Morales.
There were no tiny children in the theater when I went to see it, because I went to see it at the grown-up theater.
Oh, want to hear a great story?
Did someone spill a beer on you at the grown-up theater?
No. Did that happen to you?
No, but someone spilled a beer during the movie. What was the movie called?
Spider-Man.
Suspiria.
Suspiria.
During Suspiria, someone spilled a beer on the floor, and the guy said, "Ah," like that, and the beer just kind of slurms across the floor.
So gross. My boyfriend saw the latest Avengers movie in the theater, and when the lights came up, there was just a bunch of children crying. Did Spider-Man really die?
I hope he did. Oh man, it's been a good year for Spider-Man.
It has, actually. It's been a really good year for Spider-Man.
Only people who've seen Into the Spider-Verse and the end of Avengers Infinity War will get that joke. I don't think it's a joke. I like Avengers Infinity War, but they should have called it Adventures Infinity War, because
They should just
it
called
was such an
people
adventure.
meeting
And
each other for 2 hours.
it went on forever. Oh yeah, it's like characters you've never met are meeting. Oh my
Yeah, I
god,
think I'm
Thor
gonna see
Thor
two,
calls
but I
the
don't know if I'm ever going to see the first one.
Thor calls the raccoon a rabbit 3 times.
Wow, that's humor.
Yeah, that's the kind of humor. It's just calls him a rabbit. Thor's now the funny one.
That's cool.
As
He's
of
a very
2017.
good comedic actor.
Oh, he's
so I'm
incredible,
really
yeah.
glad that they figured that out finally.
Yeah, good job, everybody. You haven't seen the first Avengers Infinity War?
I haven't.
You gotta see it.
After Age of Ultron, I just don't know if I can put myself through that.
Avengers
again.
Infinity War is much better than Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron is insultingly bad. It's bad on a level where I felt like the movie was hurting me.
Age of Ultron, more like Age of Bloltron, because I don't know what that means.
It's just Black Widow being a bartender at
Scarlett.
her company's own party
Scarlett
was just
Johansson.
infuriating.
Yeah, it's weird.
What the heck?
But
And
she's
then the
supposed to be
whole, like,
Russian, though, right?
Like
So
the whole subplot where she feels like less of a woman because she's like can't have children.
I can't have children.
Who knows if I can have children?
Yeah, you gotta get that checked out, man.
I should probably get that checked out.
You
I
gotta
should probably
get
go
that
to a
checked
doctor
out,
for the
bro.
first time in like 6 years.
Yeah, you got health insurance, right?
Yeah, I do. Who lives
Unless-
how long?
Hitman 2 is our first vote for that.
Yep.
7 votes for Dragon Quest.
It's neck and neck now with Celeste.
Oh, this is mommy and baby.
Really?
Oh, what just happened?
Look
Mommy,
at the
I
mommy
can't. I
and
can't
baby.
enlarge it. I can only
You
freeze
can only
frame
pause
it.
it. What's that in the background?
Oh, excellent question. One that you might not know the answer of until perhaps like 140 hours into the game.
Chill.
After the credits or so.
Is this on Switch in America yet?
No, but maybe that's a perfect occasion. It's not on Switch in Japan yet either. So, but
okay.
there are supposed to be details of it coming out
I don't
this
know.
Friday.
There's something so nice about settling in to a small New York-sized apartment room to play a JRPG that you know is going to take you more like maybe
More
2 or
than
3
100 or
months.
so hours. It's
Yeah.
like Persona, but with no stress. Unless you're a weirdo and you play it like really, really like strictly like I do. You pick the weakest characters and whatever. But you don't have to do it that way.
Okay.
Minute? Is
Minute.
that 2?
2 for minute.
2 for minute. 2 for minute. That's 2 minutes. See if we can get that up to 15.
All right. Celeste.
Constant discovery of solutions to puzzles and constant discovery of ways that could solve the problem for minutes at a time. Yeah, lots of short sessions. Celeste, that's 8 for Celeste.
Yeah. Celeste in DQ. Celeste is winning.
Neck and neck. I guess this is just my Twitter followers. Hollow Knight.
It's like 3 for Hollow Knight.
Spent most of the time playing Botwa. You don't have to talk about Botwa.
Another one for Celeste, and now Celeste is up 2 against Dragon Quest.
9 on 7. Detroit Become Human.
I'm
That's
sorry
1.
about how wrong you are, but
Detroit-
that's okay.
Detroit Become Sitting Down is what I would say. Because that's what that guy should do.
Detroit become racist is like what I'd say.
Hollow Knight. Is this 3 for Hollow
I
Knight
think
now?
so. That's 3 for Hollow Knight.
3 unabashed, unapologetic votes for Hollow Knight. You know what? First time I saw this screen on someone's Twitter, I thought, wow, that person beat Hollow Knight. Good job. Second time, I was like, ooh, somebody else, right? But then, like, the third time, I'm like, could have just right-click save as to that,
Yeah.
You didn't beat that game.
Yeah.
I now assume that anyone after the third person I saw post this screen got nowhere near the end of that video. It's okay, you probably did. I'm just messing with you. Welcome back to Daddy's Bingo. Next one, Pokemon Go
League
or
of
LOL. Nah, don't give it LOL.
See, the only one of these games that came out this year was Overcooked 2, so.
No, he says Overcooked.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. So, sorry, man.
Looks like you got overdone with being on this show.
All
God of
right.
War.
That's 2 for God of
2
War.
for the big boy. You know what
And
they
the
should have
little
called
guy.
that game? They should have called it Big God, Little God is what they should have called it.
What was it?
That's what they should have called it.
Big Boy, the Tiny Friend?
Baby Child, Big Friend.
Baby Child, Big Friend. There we go.
Yeah, it's 2 of the bedtime buddies.
I miss the Bedtime Buddies.
They're coming back in big style.
Ooh, exciting.
I don't know what big style means, but they're coming back. Not actually Smash Bros. Ultimate, but Smash Bros. Ultimate anyway. Okay.
Okay, so Smash Bros. Ultimate. Thanks.
That's 3?
Yep.
Feel like a kid again? Yeah, I feel like a kid
Dragon
again.
Ball Fighters.
Fighterzy. A Fighterzy. It's not even a question. It's a Dragon Ball game I've always wanted. Heck yeah. That is a fantastic looking video game. Looks better than Dragon Quest XI. I'm just joking about Akira Toriyama art. Minesweeper?
I'm going to count that just for sheer originality.
I think he's trying to say Red Dead Redemption 2 as a joke, but I can't do it.
No, it's for Minesweeper now. Thank you.
Is this number 2 for Yakuza Kiwami 2?
Yep.
I didn't mention Yakuza Kiwami 2 this year because I played Yakuza 2 when it first came out in Japan. So
Wow, you're extremely cool, Tim.
Yeah.
He is actually like extremely intimidatingly cool. It's weird.
I know all about Yakuza. Also,
He loves the yak and that Uza.
yeah. Also, I worked at an office that was owned by the Yakuza, but it's not actually fun to talk about. It's boring. It's just a boring job.
Yeah.
It's just a boring job in a building where everybody was allowed to smoke at their desk. Return to the Obra Dinn. That's 12 for Obra Dinn.
Yep.
That's a joke. How many is that, 2?
2, yeah. It looks beautiful, man. I just have to play it.
Yeah, you just get to look at this, and it's in 3D.
Whoa.
You know what this game does? It just punches you in the top of the head for the whole time. It just keeps punching you.
Enjoyable.
Dragon Quest 11. I'm a senior in high school. Super stressful. What is this for Dragon Quest?
This is, if we're at 9 for Celeste, which I think we are, then this is 8 for
Yeah,
Dragon
8 for Dragon Quest, so it's actually gaining. That's good.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest 11. Got to be my pick. Starbucks is mom. Thank you. Oh, man. I know next year's Game of the Year is
again for Celeste.
automatically Grandia, too. Wait, are we? Yeah. Well, yeah, we're neck and neck. We're tied. Bayonetta 2 on Switch. You know what? It's okay to pretend the Wii U didn't exist, because the Wii U didn't exist.
The
for
New York
most
Times
people.
crossword section pretends the Wii U doesn't exist, so.
Kaboom. So, yeah, Bayonetta 2 on Switch, says the New York Times. Tetris Effect. Okay, so what do we got? I actually saw this earlier.
Yeah.
And it affected me deeply. My GOTY is Tetris Effect. I do not own this game. I played through the entire journey mode over the course of 4 sessions on 3 days at a traveling PSVR mall demo. I set the high scores on 2 PS4s there, and was the first person they had seen unlock the secret stage. When I finished, one Sony PR guy asked me what my name is, and announced to all mallgoers city name is the Tetris champion. I know he did this so I would recount the story to my friends and family's free advertising and good word of mouth. It has worked. I love the game. I hope you get it for Christmas. Hold on.
I hope I get it for Christmas.
Hold on, we're gonna do something here real quick. Just hang on for a
Are
second.
you gonna go
Stay
find a keyboard? Hoomst. Oh my God, Tim. This makes me so happy.
Okay.
This is I'm honestly,
Let's actually see if this happens.
I'm about to tear up because
Okay, here it comes.
doing nice things for people.
There we go. We're gonna see if that
makes me
worked.
Just feels so good.
Let me know how that
Hopefully
turns out.
works.
Make sure your DMs are open, dude, because if they just tweet that at you, somebody else is gonna steal it.
For sure.
Wait, how many is that for Tetris Effect? 2?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
2.
this is the 3rd for Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 1. Oh, Re-Redemption. He says Re-Redemption.
There we
Okay.
go. Got it.
And my eyeballs stumbled for a second there. Took up most of my time. It's a lot of fun. That's 3 for Red Dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 1 for Monster Hunter Generations.
Generations Ultimate for Switch?
Yeah.
Should have said Monster Hunter World. You would have had a better chance, but who knows? And what is this guy saying? I don't think I can do that, Cowboy. It's kind of a big question. He's saying there's too many games. He did say Cowboy, so you know what?
Are you gonna?
I'm gonna say, don't not answer a question. Don't waste my time not answering the
Okay,
question.
so there's
So if you use the word
specific
cowboy,
rules for being a rando on the internet, right? No one will ever listen to them, but they are. Don't ever think you're actually being funny. Someone's already made that joke, and if someone's asking you a question, they actually want an answer.
You know what this is?
Number 1.
This is a vote for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay.
Because in defiance of his not wanting to answer the question, we're taking a vocabulary word and we're applying it to Red Dead Redemption 2.
Thank you.
So
So
get
it's
owned.
4.
Unironically, Destiny 2 Forsaken. Why unironically?
Because it's
Why would there
contentious
be
within
irony?
the community. I don't know, Jason. Ask Jason. Ask Jason about it.
Okay, so that's 1 for Destiny.
Yeah, God of War.
Is that 3?
3 for God of War.
3 for God of War. It just felt good. Yeah, it feels great.
It does, man.
Love
the
all those
axe throw
attacks.
feels so good.
The axe is wild,
It feels great.
and the challenge is not mild. So,
Dragon Quest 11 overtakes Celeste.
okay, so we've got 10
Yeah.
10 on 9,
So 3 for Minute.
3 for Minute. Oh, man, so we would have had Minute and Red Dead tied, but I gave a vote to Red Dead.
Oh, Celeste goes back up.
Celeste 11 to 10. Oh, this is bloody murder now. Persona 5 and God of War, switching between the two and had a good time.
Well, God of War is the game that came out this year.
We're gonna give that to God of War, because there's another God of War. So how many is this for God of War? 5?
5, yeah.
Oh, uh-oh.
This is
Hollow Knight for the
4
Switch.
for Hollow Knight.
4 for Hollow Knight. Big Boy and Baby Boy Sim. Angry Lumberjack Daddy. God of War. That's 6.
7.
7 for God of War, but Ashen is my underdog. Underdogs don't count. Aaron Court. Dead Cells. Is that 4 for Dead Cells?
Yeah, I think so.
35-year-old RPG junkie. The roguelike genre does not interest me in the slightest. Except, yeah, it's one of the good sort of roguelikes, so I like it. I have a good time. Detroit New Human. 2.
2.
East 8. Favorite game of 2018. It technically, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you can't do this.
I can't do it. Yeah, we can't do it. East 8 is not
Monster
Hollow Knight.
Hunter
East 8's
World.
great,
This
though.
is 2 for Monster Hunter World.
2. Yeah, well, no, the other one was Monster Hunter Generations
No,
Ultimate.
there was another one for Monster Hunter World.
okay,
way
okay.
up there.
So we would have 3 if the
Yeah.
person had just given it to Monster Hunter World. There's no Monster Hunter World on
Man's Sky
Switch.
next.
NMSN. Oh my God, look at that.
All the screenshots in this game are gorgeous. They really are.
That's just where you want to go.
You just like, I want to see it. I want to see it. It's also on my list.
I want to be the space person.
Dragon
Quest 11.
So it's the neck and neck again.
Oh
I
my
think
God,
it's
11.
Yeah.
Minute. Is that 5?
Yeah.
5 for Minute. 12 for Celeste.
Oh God. This is like the Celeste Dragon Quest battle is really like getting my heart racing right now.
Despite RDR2 below and several of the greats this year. AC Odyssey. Is that the first one?
First one for AC
You know,
Odyssey.
it was number 28 of 29 on my list. So, oh no. The readers have spoken. The viewers have spoken. Into the breach? More like onto the beach. Because that game is a sweet vacation. 3 for Into the Breach,
3.
yeah.
I think so.
Challenging but easy to learn. It's neat. It is. God of War or Gears of War. Because Gears of War came out in 2006.
I'm going to say God of War.
GOTY?
Yeah, GOTY, God of War GOTY, FTW.
Yeah.
Feeling
Okay.
that when.
Feeling that when. Gears of War.
How
Gobble.
many God of War? Is that 6 now?
Gobble over the yard. We're on 6. Hitman 2? That's 2.
Russian Subway Dogs. I've heard that's great, but I haven't played it yet.
Russian Subway Dogs seems chill. And that's 1. It's a systemic arcade action game where you play a dog, a cat on the Russian subway trying to steal food from humans.
That
By
sounds
going
fun.
behind them and barking, you can grill food by getting vodka at them. Okay, this is good. Yeah, I want to play this. And I meant to play it as one of my maybe
beautiful
there's
subway
time to
station.
do a in 2019 there could be time to do a games you might have missed in
Look at this
2018.
beautiful background art. They're so gorgeous.
Yeah, it's sweet and it makes you feel complete. Dragon Quest.
So now we're back again, neck and neck, 12 and 12.
He didn't type the words though.
You know what it is, though.
I know what it is. That's Sylvando.
Yeah? Does he always wear that?
No, he wears that on a particular special occasion. Stardew Valley multiplayer.
That's the first one.
That's the first one for that. Splatoon 2 Octo expansion number
Second one
2.
for that. I want to know all the secrets that happen in that, but I don't actually want to play it because it's really hard.
Tetris Effect number 4. Persona 5 doesn't count.
Monster Hunter World.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and add that.
Thank
Monster
you
Hunter
for
World.
also providing a game that came out this year. Thank you.
We're gonna give another one to Hollow Knight. Is that 5 for Hollow
Yeah.
Knight?
And how many for Monster Hunter World? 4.
As a lover of all things JRPG and anime, and a visual novel connoisseur, I'm going to have to say Forza Horizon 4, simply because it made me realize how awesome racing games are. Excellent. I hate cars and car culture, which is why I stayed away from driving games. But it was my review of Forza Horizon 4 that made you try it. Well, it's a good one. Try Forza Horizon 3. There's really not too much that's different, except it has different cars and it takes place in a different place. I think they're designing the Forza Horizon games to allow you to actually go back and say, this other one's good too. Instead of just like the Forza Motorsport games, when the new one comes out, it just replaces the old one. I don't think they're doing the same thing. Another Dragon Quest. Is that 13?
Yeah, we overtook.
So it's
Celeste
now beating Celeste.
again.
Games with camping are good. Gotta love to camp.
True. That is true.
I like it when it gets a little campy. It's a beautiful fantasy trilogy wrapped in 100 hours of JRPG perfection. Emphasis on the word trilogy. You might not say it's a trilogy. Somebody else might think it has more parts than that. But the thing about Dragon Quest games is they always have so much stuff in them. They're not just like one story. It's usually there's a lot of twists.
I'm excited.
That's all I'll say. There's
really
a lot
wanna
of
play
twists. The Missing. You know what?
First vote for the Mythic.
I ended up not playing that, and I really wanted to, and I really, really should. So maybe I will very soon. Maybe not very soon, though. Maybe in a couple of weeks. Dead Cells. Is that 4 for Dead Cells?
Yeah, but
Dragon Quest XI claims a soft spot.
That doesn't count. You said Game of the Year.
We ain't chilling on soft spots today. Swinging around in Spider-Man. It's like going to therapy that only costs $59.99. Very
2.
relaxing stuff. That's 2 for Spider-Man. Pokemon Let's Go.
1.
That's just 1. Like maybe 12 again for 30 hours.
Hitman 2, 3.
That's 3 for Hitman 2.
You can dress like Santa. That's tight.
Celeste,
okay.
12, 12.
Yeah, 12. We're 13, 13.
13, 13.
Yep.
Hollow Knight.
Return of the Obra Dinn, though, is the
Return of
ultimate
the Obra Dinn.
exclusion.
Red Dead 2 Hot on its heels. Return of the Obra Dinn, that's 3.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter World, that's
5.
5.
Yeah.
Every second matters during a hunt. That is true. Monster Hunter World, that's 6. Put
Wonder-
400 hours in it.
Dang.
Monster Hunter World, that's 7. Oh, God. Red Dead
Dang.
Redemption 2, 5.
Yeah.
Wait.
Valkyria Chronicles 4, first vote.
That's the first one.
Astro Bot. That's the
That's
third.
3. Not Astro Boy this time. Monster Hunter World, that's 8.
Yeah. It's
Time Spinner. You know what? I didn't know this came out. And I was just thinking about it again today. Because this was like on Kickstarter in 2015.
That
and
art is
it did just
gorgeous.
come out like 2 months ago. It's probably going to come out on the Nintendo
Man,
Switch.
look at that
And then
mountain. Look at the definition
wanna
on
play
that
it.
mountain. That's so cool.
I want to play it because it
Okay.
actually has like legit good pixel art. That's 14 for Dragon Quest XI.
Yep.
Microsoft Solitaire. Oh, stop it. Warframe. Oh, stop it. Hitman 2. Is that 4?
5 now, I think.
5? 5. Dragon Quest XI. That's 14.
That's 14.
Or 15. Sorry,
yeah, 15
it's 15.
and 13.
Return of the Obra Dinn. Absolutely. We got Michael McBride here. Just no justification at all. Just throwing it out there with such confidence. Also this, I guess that's another Obra Dinn at the same time.
Yep.
Only if this person is following me. They are following me, so I assume they're replying to the thread. All right.
So that's.
That's 6 for Obra Dinn.
Let's say 6.
Splatoon 2's Octo expansion is that
3.
3. Dragon Quest XI, that's 15. 16. Tetris Effect, that's 6.
Yep.
Spyro Reignited Trilogy, that's 1. Red Dead Redemption 2, that's 7.
Yeah. I'll
And then-
say 7.
One more reply. Show more replies. Oh, God. How many more are there? Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire.
That counts.
Yeah, go ahead and just enjoy that by yourself, Mr. Stoic Romance. And then
Are we
additional
gonna show-
replies that include those that contain offensive content.
Crossing my fingers here, buddy.
Just offend me to death, please. Easily. Dragon Quest XI.
Hell yeah! That
so-
is 17 votes for Dragon Quest XI.
17 votes.
13 for Celeste coming in second place. It
So-
was a neck and neck battle, but Dragon Quest XI wins out.
Oh, and this is kind of the perfect picture of how I feel wearing this coat right now. So,
Yeah, like you want to collapse,
yeah, like I feel dead.
and
So
like you've been to your cat because I know you're deathly allergic.
I'm very allergic to cats. Yeah, so this is perfect. Can you imagine being allergic to a cat while wearing a medieval helmet with your beaver down? They call that a beaver, the thing on the front. of
I
the
know
face.
you would never say anything lewd ever.
He's got his beaver down. That's it's mentioned in Hamlet, I believe, if you look. Whatever that means. So with Dragon Quest XI wins, let's go ahead and say this by no means represents the entire readership of Kotaku.com, and it definitely does not represent all of the editors and writers at Kotaku.com.
But it is scientific, and we did prove that Dragon Quest XI is
It
the
is-
best game of the year.
Yeah, according to, let's face it, most of the people who saw this are people who follow me on Twitter.
Or follow me on Twitter, which explains the high percentage of Celeste, I think.
Yeah, so you get Celeste, and I put Celeste at number 1 on my own list yesterday. Watch my video
And
if you
just
haven't,
a lot
please,
of really
everyone.
nice people who struggle with mental health issues follow me on Twitter. Shout out to all of you. I see you. I am among you.
And you just want you want to play video games that don't make you mad and that let you just chill like this dude right here.
You know, I mean, everyone that's voted for Dragon Quest XI has convinced me. I'm going to watch Tim's review just to make for sure.
I can't believe you haven't seen it.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's
They're
okay.
a bit long videos.
Well, this one got 556,000 views on YouTube.
Well, I'm going to be 556,001.
Average view length 19 minutes.
That's actually really good.
Yeah,
For
it's
a video of that length.
It's according to the research I've done, it is phenomenally good, and it's kind of an extreme outlier. So
That's awesome, man. I knew you were really proud of that, and you worked really hard on it.
I guess that's a good number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at that and I'm like, yeah.
Well, you changed a lot of people's worlds this year.
I made
by
a bunch of
making
people
that.
think it's their favorite game of the year. So
You did.
That's good. Square Enix, pay me quadruple what I get paid. Quadruple. It would take quadruple to get me to move to Los Angeles. Quadruple. I want to buy a Mercedes-Benz at the airport. Okay?
Imagine how cool that would be. Don't having money changes you and makes you into a worse person.
I'm going to buy a Mercedes-Benz at the airport. And if they don't have a dealership there, you better get on the phone with Mr. Mercedes and little boy Benz and have them. I don't even know if I want a Benz. I want a BMW. Tell them to open a BMW.
Want a Beamer?
I want a Beamer. I want a BMW. I want an M5. Get me one of those.
I want one of those little speedy little Japanese motorcycles.
A little tiny one.
Not the super small ones, the ones that look like they're from the future, though.
Motorcycle a little puppy dog could put in his pocket.
And one that Isabel rides with me.
Yeah, you gotta love Isabel.
I've been researching Smash rule sets for a post that I'm going to be doing about funny or super hard Smash rule sets.
Oh, yeah.
And one of them, there's like a mode that Smash players have been playing called Don't Hurt Isabel.
Don't hurt Isabel.
Don't hurt Isabel.
Oh, that's good. So we were working on a game for a while called Grabjackers, where one of the character, there was like a mode where one of the character classes, there were like 30 character classes you could pick. One of them was called the Diplomat, and if the Diplomat had 2 hit points. And this is a game where like health bars, depending on your class, your health bar is either visible or invisible or visible from 1 or 2 seconds at a time. The Diplomat has 2 hit points. If shot twice, the Diplomat dies, and then everyone loses.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
Don't hurt Isabel.
So Don't Hurt Isabel seems to be in that tradition.
I'm excited.
Devolver Digital, give me $5 million. I'll finish Grabjackers. $5 million. $5 million.
That's a low price of $5 million. Come on.
I want to buy a BMW at the airport. I think that's all we've got for the year 2018.
I think so. I'm ready for it to be over for sure.
I'm ready to die. I didn't mean to say that. I'm ready to sleep like this guy.
I'm ready to die.
Well, you better get ready to die, as they say. I don't want to, another Dragon Quest 11.
I think Dragon Quest is like far and away the winner.
Oh, hey, okay, we've got,
Yay!
Eileen Viray has gotten back to me. Eileen Viray drives a Subaru BRZ.
Ooh.
I believe.
Ooh.
Do you still have that BRZ? Let me know in the comments.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful,
this makes
beautiful
me so happy. This is the spirit of generosity. Everybody should be like this to their fellow human beings. Please and thank you.
Yeah, there you go. And if someone bought you the game for Christmas, gift it to someone else.
Yeah. Spread
Pass
the
it along.
love around.
Spread it along.
Just cherish each other.
Make
nothing else, even if you don't celebrate. The end of the year is a good time to take stock of your life and tell people that you love them and what you love them for. It really means a lot more than you might think. Even just a quick, simple, hey, I really care about you, can lift someone up and really take them through the rest of your day, especially if it's been a crappy one. So,
heck yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. I actually don't have Tetris Effect yet.
Me neither, actually.
Yeah, send it to me too, please. Because I'm not made of money. I just spent all the money I have in the world on a crown that I don't get until 3 weeks from now.
It sucks,
and
man.
my mouth hurts. My tooth hurts, and the dentist said, she's like, it's going to hurt for a while. I'm sorry. And I'm like, oh. And then she's like, you said you're going on vacation. I'm like, well, it's not really vacation. And she's like, your tooth's going to hurt when you're on vacation. I'm sorry. That must suck. And I'm like, where I'm going, the food, you ain't got to chew it so much. She's like, what? And she's like, where are you going? And I'm like,
just
going to Indianapolis, Indiana.
Midwestern cuisine is a lot of mush piles.
I'm going to hunker down at
a lot of
Waffle
it's
House.
great, man.
If you're in
big
Indianapolis,
old
Indiana,
mush pile.
just go to every Waffle House in Indianapolis, Indiana. Every night, try to find me. I dare you.
You will eventually find him.
I dare you to find me, you monster. You know who I'm talking to. Come find me at Waffle House. I will be, and then we're going to hunker down. We're not going to sit at a table. We're going to hunker. Okay? You know what hunkering is?
Yeah.
It's kind of squatting.
Yeah.
It's the late 1950s
It makes your back
fad.
hurt a lot.
Yeah, it's like a Yakuza would do.
Yeah.
Flat-footed hunkering. That's what we're going to do. None of this tiptoe stuff. Come on down.
The flat-footed is for the real OGs.
I meant to shave today because of this, and also because of the dentist visit. The dentist was like, "Oh, are you growing a beard?" And I was like, "Oh, it must be." And I asked her, I'm like, "Is it gross to like work on someone's teeth when they're in the middle of growing a beard?" And then she's like, well, yeah, it feels a little weird. I'm like, when they have like a full beard, is that weirder? And she's like, oh, it's just really weird when someone has a full beard.
All right,
And
I think that's our signal.
And on that note, I think that's the end of 2018.
I think so too.
Bye.
Bye.
I knocked it over.
We have to include all